All right, so this will be recorded. So even though they're not here, we can just go ahead and start because then this will be continuously playing and people will always learn from this. And we'll keep it casual. And yeah, before we officially start the recorded segment, I just want to let everyone here know that we are going to record this and use this as a public video on replay. So just if you're going to share anything sensitive, please keep that in mind. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So welcome everyone. Thank you for showing up. Today, I'm excited to have Dom in our call today. This is Dom right here. And
what's up, everybody?
Yeah, so Dom, why don't you do a quick introduction, and right after I let them know that this call right here is for people that want to get started with Amazon Live, because I know a lot of you come to our groups to learn about the advanced strategy. Today, we're focusing on people that want to get into the program. And I know there's a lot more of those people. So this call is focused on how to get into the program. What is the program? Because Dom, who's in the chat, he's an expert of how to get in the program. He's also maximized the program. But more importantly, he's got all the steps figured out on how anyone, literally anyone that wants to, can get into this Amazon influencer program and do well. I couldn't even offer that with all my years of knowledge in the program, but he has that knowledge. So Dom, why don't you introduce yourself a little bit and share a little bit about yourself and what you can offer all these people.
All right. Well, thanks for the intro, David. So yeah, real quick, everyone. My name is Dom, and I've been kind of doing the internet entrepreneur thing since 2017. But from 2017 to 2019, I was kind of trying this whole thing. And I tried a lot of different business models. I tried the whole drop shipping. I tried crypto. I tried affiliate marketing, blogging, all kind of stuff like that. And in those 2 years, I really failed at a whole bunch of stuff. And at the time, I actually had an app-based car rental business going kind of at the same time. So that was kind of picking up. And I was like, well, I'm going to put my time, money, and attention to whatever's working, which was the app-based car rental. It wasn't Turo. It was another app called Hire Car. It was kind of a similar business model, but they were going after like Uber drivers and gig economy workers. So I kind of put my time and energy into there, but I still kind of always messed around online trying to like be a content creator, influencer, affiliate marketer, but never video. Because at that time I was terrified of video until the rental business went under right before COVID, January 2020. It was like the first business failure, but then the whole world went inside for a couple months. And I discovered TikTok and I discovered short form video. And I was like, oh, this is actually not as bad as I thought, because the video was easy to make. It was cool. And and in that 2017 to 2019, I really like understood mechanically how marketing, how content creation, how all that stuff worked. But it was really hard to broadcast because getting found on Google with a blog is really, really hard. But TikTok was like, oh, if you make something good, we're going to show it to everybody, which is awesome. Because it wasn't like Facebook at the time was like, oh, we're just going to show your friends and family. All your friends from high school are going to see it. So I started creating content there on TikTok as a marketer, in the business and marketing space, built a following over there. I think I'm just shy of 140,000 followers now. But because I got good at TikTok, I was able to start posting stuff on YouTube. YouTube's a little bit harder in terms of video, but I started over there. But I was trained as a marketer first, being selling stuff and following up and email and all those kinds of systems. And then this was probably early last year. One of my marketer friends was like, dude, you got to check this thing out. I'm making money. It's like way passive. I was like, oh, what was it? What is it? He's like, it's only like $1 a day, but it's Amazon. And I was like, dude, we all, and like in the affiliate marketing world, you've probably seen it. We all kind of threw shade at Amazon because they'd pay 1% to 2% commissions, and all the other brands, if you go direct, it's like 8 to 10 or 15. And I'm like, what are you doing with Amazon? He's like, no, it's not Amazon affiliate marketing. It's Amazon influencers. Like, what's that? He's like, if you go on, you'll see these videos that are next to the buy box. And I'm making those. I was like, do you have to promote them? No. He's like, every time they're on, I just put them on Amazon. We find them. And, the traffic is just crazy because it's so many people on Amazon. I'm just making money. I'm not promoting. I'm like, dude, how do I get started doing this? So when he's like, but you have to apply, you have to have a social media account. So I applied, and we have a kind of like a small circle of marketer kind of content creator friends. We all applied. We all got in. We all kind of started doing it. We're all making like $2-3 a day. And then one day I was like, what happens if I put 40 or 50 videos up? We'll see what happens. And then all of a sudden I watched my graph. Boop, I was like, what happens if I put 100 videos up? And it just jumped again. And like every time we added videos, it jumped. And I'm like, we might be onto something. And then we tried informally teaching people and we're like, can we get this to work? And then we just started piling on videos and I just started building up the influencer. That's kind of how we became. And then being a marketer and being a business person first, started learning how it works. What are the big profit levers to really maximize results and to get that graph to just start shooting straight up in terms of commissions. And then we kind of turned it into a kind of a business and a community teaching people how to do it, because there's a lot of things making money online. I've been doing it now for 17 and now is what, about 6 years. And it's really hard to get started. So this was something where it was, if you can basically create videos, you're not selling. Amazon's doing all the selling for you, but there is that prerequisite of you have to have a following, you have to make good content. And that's what we got really, really good at, was helping people build that. So that's been our differentiator into that program. But that's been it's been early 2022 we started, so it's been a little bit over a year. But I think, David, you haven't been doing it much longer than that, because you were what, 21, I think. You're muted.
Yeah, so actually I've been doing it much longer. I think it's coming up to 3 years now, because I was
Wow.
invited as part of the beta program. But here's the thing, the part of the beta program was focused on the live stream. So once they started rolling out the shoppable videos part, I didn't even get on it because I was being really productive and being lucrative with the live stream. It was only where I started seeing people like yourself focus on shoppable videos coming to my group and say, hey, I'm making a killing. And I look at them and I'm like, wait, but you don't even live stream. And it turned out that this is a very lucrative way. And I mean, the gist of it, the magic potion is that basically you're riding on Amazon's massive traffic on these product pages and Amazon's massive sale records, and you're just kind of taking a little bit of that and sharing the profit with Amazon, because when people are coming to Amazon to buy the products, they know Amazon and they're just looking at your video, which happens to be on these popular Amazon pages for a few seconds as a nudge on the shoulder, say, yeah, you should buy this. This is good. Here's what it looks like. And then that's it. So it's like a hack. It's like a hack to make a lot of sales with zero audience. Because when you're on Amazon, it doesn't matter your social media influence unless you're a celebrity. But if you're just on Amazon product page, they don't care who you are. They just want to know that you have the product and you can share something about the product. And that's kind of hack. So yeah, it's been good. It's been really good, Dom.
Yeah, and it's funny. Could you mention that, like, we didn't do any live, because that's like, for even right now, I'm still not uncomfortable doing lives, but I generally don't do much live. I like to record, I like to plan, I like to script. Whereas watching you do I came across you probably about 6 or 8 months before we actually met. And I was like, I want this guy's energy when he does a live. Like, it is, how does he do it? How does he keep people and your live streams are like 2 hours. And I was like, I don't know how he does it, because it's just you. Like, it's hard to just, I try TikTok live now, and I used to try it for a while. I'm like, it's an hour, it's hard. But it's the different disciplines there. You have the live, I have the kind of pre-recorded video.
But it's different. I wouldn't give myself that much credit. I would have to say it's the audience. The audience is amazing, because once you are in a live stream, the audience gives you energy. And here's my little hack. When I was live streaming, I was making shoppable videos at the same time, right? Because I'm unboxing these products and I have so much energy. Plus, the questions come naturally from the audience. I see my audience right here. I see Gavin, I see Faustino, I see Rising Siren, and a couple other people in the group right now that were on my original live streams. And they legitimately were, oh, what's that microphone you have? Oh, what does that do this? Or how do you change the battery? I'm like, I don't know, let's figure it out. And we figured it out, and we're like, okay, hang on. Okay, guys, so in order to replace the battery, this is what you do. And I clip it as in my shoppable video, and it creates an immense amount of energy that I couldn't do by myself. Maybe you can do a recorded video and fabricate that energy. I can't. I gotta fabricate it because I have an audience. I pull from my audience. So that's why I did the live stream. But the part of the success is actually not just doing live stream or shoppable video, but I think honestly it's about adapting, because live streams started dying down fast. And I found your teaching in your group earlier this year, and I needed to improve my shoppable video game. And you had some great tips. Plus, you have a lot of experience in it that I didn't think about, like angles and how to find different products. And I'm learning from your group and your expertise too, because I think this is a pioneer area where we're all learning from each other. So you have a lot of expertise to teach. I guess one of the most important question that we can kind of answer today is like the fact that you say that anyone can get in this program and become an influencer. When I taught and I mentor people, I said, if you can't get in the program, I can't help you. You got to get in the program that I can show you how to optimize the program. But getting in the program is tricky because they need to have a social media account that does well. Like, but how well? And what if they can't get in? What if they get in the program, but if they can't monetize? Because there's 2 steps: getting in the program and then getting monetization for the Shoppable videos. So I guess maybe just break it down in general. It's like, how are you able to guarantee that people can get in the program? Because that's something that you offer that I've never seen anyone offer, and I could never offer it myself.
Yeah, yeah. So getting in that front door is definitely one of the things. It's one of those things that's simple because it requires a lot of internal growth. Because when this first program first started, there was a couple people out there. Some people would try to buy an existing social media account, like buy an Instagram account that has a couple thousand followers, get through, and then they would always end up getting denied during the second approval, the on-site process, because the social wouldn't pass the sniff test. Like if there's people would make perfect product review Amazon videos, but they'd have a bought Instagram account that wasn't them. Like there was no face, they didn't show their face, there was no video, it was all pictures, and it would just get denied. And like, well, my videos are perfect. Well, the key was being the social media content. And even like if you can just get on camera and be yourself and talk about something that interests you, that's 50% of the battle. Because I get a lot of, oh, I don't want to show my face to do this, which is true. You don't have to show your face in the content where you're selling. So you don't have to show your face on Amazon, but on social media, the easiest path is just get on and be yourself. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have to use your real name. Like, David, I didn't know your real name for the longest time. I just knew you as UTECHPIA. Oh, you guys, I said UTECHPIA guy. Like that is something. And if you're on a short form platform, like your TikToks, like your Instagram reels, like your Facebook reels, they are interest based. So if you remember back, social media, we used to go on Facebook and go find all our friends and used to go check in to see what all your friends and family were doing. Short form video like TikTok and reels doesn't do that. So you basically put your video to your profile and the program will show you, it'll show your content to people who it thinks it will like, not necessarily people that you know. So having that first shift of like, yeah, I have to get on camera, but people I know are not going to see it. Like my job's not going to see it. My people aren't going to see it. So that's number one. And then if you can get on, be yourself, you're going to have that identity between yourself and and the store. But then also if you're talking about something that you like, you're going to be way easier of a time. So we have someone in our group who's really into sourdough bread. She was trying to basically get in to the program, trying to make, because I come from the business opportunity space. There's a lot of people like, oh, did you know you could make money online? Point to bubbles. We've all seen those videos. There's people who are making that type of content. And I was like, well, she was into sourdough. So I'm like, just do Q&As on sourdough bread and show yourself making sourdough bread, show your recipe starters. And she's like, I can do that. We're like, yeah, because you're only using this. You're not selling anything and you're not making an offer to your audience on the social media account. And if people know that and they'll put their guard down, they'll be more willing to follow. If they know they're not going to be sold something, they know that they're not going to be they'll comment on stuff, they'll ask questions. These are all things that Amazon wants to see. So, people basically creating in something that you like is going to make it easier for you to get engagement. Cause again, your enthusiasm is going to come through on video. And if people see enthusiasm, people see if you actually know something that you have interest in, your expertise is going to come through. And you're not going to feel that imposter syndrome that you're like, oh, I'm kind of maybe faking it to try to get in, but like you're actually like something. So that's again, how a lot of people were doing or getting in. And the following, the comments, the engagement, the shares kind of come naturally once you start creating about stuff that you like. And people like to follow a real person. And of course, there's things like the script, there's the hook, there's the call to action, there's angles, and you want to keep your cuts kind of punchy if you're on TikTok because people have the attention span of a goldfish. But a lot of that heavy lift is just overcoming the internal, like, I got to post, I got to turn the camera around, I just got to rip the Band-Aid off, make a couple of them. I know they're going to suck in the beginning, but they're going to get better. Because there's people who've never made a lick of content before I've helped get in. And a lot of that was a couple of reps, right? It takes a little while. And the bar is not as high as people think. It's not 10,000 followers to get into this. I've seen people get over the first hurdle with as little as 6. So as long as it's good content, you'll get in.
I only had 120.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
But
Sherry, I remember.
You had me do something different back then. That was like in December, and you had me just post something that was just something that people listened to. I remember it was like it wasn't me at all. It was just like crackling fire, or
Yes.
and I got like all these views on it. And then it was another thing I did was because it was winter time, so it was like ice, and I had this video of this ice auger just going around and around making the sound, and I got like so many views on it. And then you said to me that people had to at least engage, so I had a bunch of likes, and then a couple of shares or saves or whatever, and all of a sudden I got accepted into the Amazon thing.
Yeah. And that's what, as long as you make, and I think Ellie dropped a good comment here, said I have pretty good engagement and fun videos, so that helped. 100% it helped. It's not about follower count. It's about the content itself. And the way that Amazon judges good content is how much engagement you have. Because it's people on their platform, right? You're basically, they're watching content, and if they're on Inspire, they want people to have a good experience. That they're Amazon's very customer focused. So they're going to want to have people watch something that's engaging. And again, if people have fun, people are more likely to buy. If they have a good experience. But yeah, it's a focus on the quality of the content, not get all my followers. Now, there is a human that signs off on site. So there's not a bot there. It's a human. And I think humans also have a little, like, they want to see a couple hundred, but again, the number is not published. I think the lowest I've seen that someone got accepted on site was, I think it was like 180, 200, but don't quote me on that, because again, it's not published anywhere.
But I love the fact that you figured out a science to this. It's not a number, but like, I think there's something about, like, you can keep trying in the beginning to just get through the first gate. And then the second gate is much more difficult. And the second gate is where they have to have a certain number of engagement. And then that's not just knowing that engagement is one thing, but getting it is another thing. So how are you able to help people? I know Sherry, she's good. She does content that naturally engages. How do you help people that either, number one, has no time to create content, or maybe very, very little time, or just people that just can't create anything that makes any views? I mean, not to put anybody on the spot, but like, I know people that try, and like they're putting up videos every day, and they're getting 1-2 views, and it's gonna take forever. Like, do you have any tip for that? Because I know you have a guaranteed success step-by-step tutorial. Any of that you can share, just a little bit of how to help those people, like they don't have time, or they just can't find any growth, and they're creating content every day.
Yes. Let me address Matthew in the comments though, right? I see Matt here has got to reapply to being locked out. Was that because, I guess, you got locked with a password, or was that or you got banned on the Amazon account being locked out? But the shoppable videos on YouTube, you might be able to apply with that.
So Matthew, feel free to unmute yourself, because you're muted right now. Hey, Matthew. We can't hear you.
Okay.
Yo, we hear you very, very low. Turn up your
Very
volume.
low?
You gotta turn up your volume way up.
Okay. How's this? The better?
Much better.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Hi, everyone. Yeah, David, I worked with him last year. I went to his class. Was awesome. Amazing. I had a life change. I had to move and everything. So I got in as an influencer, but what had happened was, due to inactivity for like 6 months, I got locked out. They had asked me, what was your old credit card and stuff like that, or what purchase. I had I forgot. I mean, you don't know what you bought like 6 months ago exactly, but So the thing is, like, I have to reapply again because I cannot use that influencer account. So I have been making shoppables on my YouTube, and would that work again? Has the dynamic changed now about a year from ago?
Are the shoppable videos on the YouTube, are they faceless?
No, their face. Yeah, their face. Yeah.
If you're getting views and you're getting engagement on them, I would just try to apply with that YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
'Cause
that-
I have
and again-
Instagram too, but I don't think I have a lot of following. I don't use social media a lot except my YouTube mostly. So
Okay.
yeah.
I noticed the guitars behind you.
Yeah.
I imagine you play guitar. If you did duets with things on musical TikTok,
Yeah.
that would be a really, really quick way in. People love music content. People love covers. Like, I don't know if you do covers or like mashups or play
do
one
covers.
song in another genre. Like someone's
Yeah.
like, so one girl takes random songs like Will It Bagpipe. She'll take like AC/DC and like Will It play on the bagpipe.
Oh,
And-
yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I do a lot of covers, and I'm a musician. Yeah, I've recorded. So that's an idea. So it doesn't have to be a video about an object. It can be just a song.
Could be a song. It could be,
Okay.
as long as you're demonstrating to Amazon that you can hold somebody's attention and get them to engage,
Yeah.
you'll be in.
Okay.
So
good
that's
to know.
something that they can do, because they know, like, hey, if he can make musical content over here and engage a crowd of people, there's no reason to think that he can't get people to engage when we're talking about a blender.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, thanks for the advice. I'll do that because I'm ready to apply pretty soon here. So yes. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I would try with that YouTube, because again, if you can get in without having to do any extra work, great. You'll be really efficient with it. But if they do deny, I would kind of go the music route,
Okay.
because it's
Yeah.
something people like to see. And then again, a lot of people will go in, especially in the music niche. If you play like almost like a backing track and ask people to duet it,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of DJs will play like a beat and they'll be like, oh, rappers, give me some bars. It'll be like the caption above it. And
Yeah.
then people will take that, and then you'll see obviously be you playing on one side, and it'll be somebody else on the other side doing vocals.
Okay.
And then
yeah.
of course that vocalist's audience will come over to see your other stuff. And then all of a sudden that's where a whole bunch of growth happens.
Rising Siren, are you ready?
I was just going to say, she's doing karaoke stuff. That would be a great way to hook up or stitch or do the, duet stuff like that.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And even Paula too, saying it could be how to teach chords to others, like really, really foundational 101 stuff
Yeah.
goes mega viral.
Okay. Yeah. You see a lot of those that are super techie and involved, but a lot of people are just starting out. They want to learn, just get started. So yeah, that's great advice.
I want to hang around, jam 3 chords and sing Wonderwall. Like that's it.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
and I'm sure as an advanced musician, you're like, there's so much more to it. But like, that's the average person's, that's how you're going to blow the average person's mind.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And Paul said, right. Yeah. Because there's a lot of young teenagers that want to learn music, and there's great stuff
Yeah.
to learn. So you have, and if you put that stuff into a playlist, like a guitar for beginners playlist,
Mhm.
people will hop on there and they'll start binging the playlist.
Is this YouTube or a TikTok, would you say? Or
Either
both?
one will work.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
TikTok right now is going to have the highest organic reach,
Okay.
because their business model, it seems to be there, is that if you have a new account and you're a newer creator, they're going to
Mhm.
push you hard,
Okay.
because unfortunately TikTok is like, they know that newer creators are going to work for more exposure.
Yeah.
So as creators start to mature, they start to lose the organic reach. And that's why you see a lot of people who will get really big on TikTok and then I'm going over to YouTube, because YouTube favors more mature creators. It's a more mature platform.
Right. Okay.
So you'll see people will grow on TikTok, shoot over YouTube. And then not saying you can't grow a YouTube from scratch. It's
Mhm.
just harder than if you were to
Harder,
hop on
yeah.
something like TikTok.
Mhm. And
But-
they've been around longer too. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. YouTube's been
YouTube,
around a
yeah.
lot longer.
Yeah. People are looking for new platforms, and yeah.
And a good strategy if you want to grow both. I don't know if people want to manage but 2 platforms, is I tell people TikTok is the trailer, YouTube is the movie.
Ah,
So if you want to put a long form, 8 to 10 minute video over on YouTube and then
Yeah.
make like a 1 to 2 minute highlight reel of it,
mhm.
play that highlight reel and go, oh yeah, full video over here on YouTube.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that'll drive a lot, especially if you get one pop to like 10, 15, 20,000 views over on TikTok, people will filter over to YouTube because they let you link it right in your profile.
Right. Yes. Cool. Awesome. Yeah.
Kind of going through decent follower count and engagement on TikTok just got denied. Now, this could be, there's other stuff that's in there, is that it could be subject matter too. And again, I haven't seen your account at all. But I did have somebody who was getting views, was getting engagement, but she did stuff that was a lot of like guardian angel, and she was kind of going into like the religious segment there, and she kept getting denied on site. I don't think Amazon might want to see stuff. And again, I'm not saying that your content might be religious, but it might be on a subject matter that they don't necessarily like. So they like kind of bland, very vanilla, a wide appeal to everybody type content. But oh yeah, travel stuff. Okay. It's a good question. Without looking at the account, Denise, I wouldn't know where to go. I mean, if you're getting engagement, if you download vidIQ, that's a free Chrome extension. It'll look at your engagement rate. And if it's like 1 to 2%, that's going to be something you want to bring up. But because you could be getting engagement on a lot of the newer stuff that you have. But if you've got a bunch of older videos when you were still learning, trying to do the stuff that didn't really get a whole lot of engagement, that could also bring the average down because they look at account wide. Like we've had people who were like, I've been making TikToks for 3 years and been just grinding it out, but they had like they had like 2 years of really bad engagement, but they got better. So we're like, make a new account, put the better stuff, and then it would get right in.
Wow, that's an interesting perspective. I never knew that. Just because you have an account that has been a bad track record for a long time, that can hold you down. So there's all these little details. Wow.
Yeah, it's account wide. But to go back to the original question, not meaning a 15 or 20 minute monologue here, taking one comment, people who don't have time or people don't have a lot of time. I can confidently say there is not one person on this planet who has absolutely zero time to make content. Because there's something during your day that you could skip for 90 days to make the time to go ahead and do this. And to make one TikTok, it'll take me about 5-ish minutes to make one. When I first started, it was about 10. So to think here, if you could skip 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour a day, you'd be able to batch create content. And that's the bare minimum. It's going to have to be 30 minutes to 1 hour. So you can make between 3 to 10 in a day. And if you drip them out at 1 a day, that's a whole week in about an hour. My math might be slightly off there, but it's close. So that's where I would say. So this to somebody who's like, yeah, I don't have time to make content. I would say, look at what you're doing and write down what you're doing every hour of each day for like 3 days. And then be like, oh wait, I ended up watching like 4 episodes of Yellowstone in a row. That was 4 hours. So, Yellowstone an hour? I don't know. If you're watching a show that's an hour and you end up like, oh wow, I had 4 episodes of that. Like that's time that could have been spent elsewhere. I know that's really, really cliche, like cut off Netflix, but there's something that where you're sitting, spending idle time. It could be watching a college football game. It could be watching a Sunday night baseball game. It could be something that's idle where you're like, oh yeah, like it's an hour. It's all it is.
Oh, I love that. Or you can even turn that around, because if you're so addicted to watching at Netflix or sports, maybe
talk about it.
Do engagement content around it, right?
Yes.
Like, oh my God, we're watching this. What happens next? We'll find out. What do you guys think, right? And that's a TikTok right there.
Yes.
Cliffhanger.
Yes. Sit down. That I was going to go right into that too. So that hour that you're doing whatever, because it's generally like no one's going to be like no one works 20 hours a day. I mean, maybe, but you're not working 20 hours a day every single day, right? So if someone has time that they're spending on something that's not work and they're trying to decompress, just hop on and be like, look at what you're doing. Talk about doing that thing that you enjoy. So, oh, Lamont, here it is. Yeah, we found time to watch this presentation. So yeah, that's where I'm going to say. So that's all leave and make content. I mean, if you guys wanted to, that's fine. I wouldn't be upset, but yeah, that's where I would say to someone who says they have no time, I'd say, look around. Everybody can find an hour at least 3 days a week. And that's enough time to start doing this. And to think even this now too, right? I don't have time to make social media content. When are you going to have time to make the shoppable videos? It's going to be at the same time block.
You know, Mr. Beast, not Mr. Big, but Doug DeMero, the car guy that made millions of dollars selling his business, he always said
Yeah.
one thing that stuck with me forever. He says, success is doing more of what you're currently doing. So if you don't do it, if you're not enjoying doing it, or you can't find time to do it, then what does success mean to you? Because you're gonna do a lot more of it. So if this is the path you're gonna be on, creating content, you gotta start making time for it now, right?
Mm-hmm. That all right, raising Terrence, I have 3 kids under 7. I don't have time to shoot content, but I always want to I don't want to put that up on social media. 100% agree. I'm not advocating that anybody put all their kids up because they're there. What I would do, but I'd rather put the music content on there, but don't always get around to editing it. So yeah, editing content sometimes is can be daunting. Sarah, are you doing, like, when you say you're editing, are you cutting out mistakes? Or are you adding like visual effects? Because if you're doing like a lot of visual effects, this might not necessarily work. But if there's people who are just editing content, Descript is an awesome app. Oh, I think you froze. Are you muted at the mic?
Just
Oh, there you are.
no. It's more like I'm just trying to like, okay, like so say I recently joined a band and sometimes I want to post that, right? It's more like going through all the footage and then finding what's postable, or, you know, deciding I want to sing a song or something like that, and then going through that footage and finding the best 15 seconds to post, and then editing that together and then pushing it out. Like that's like, I love shooting the content. Like if you're talking about shoppable videos, I can shoot B-rolls from here to dawn, but then sitting down with the voiceovers and then editing that together is where I start to get a little bit of like shuffled in, because I can only do that when my kids aren't running around and screaming,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or, you know, sometimes just thinking about what I'm going to say over it takes concentration that I don't have at the end of the day. So that's where I'm getting bottlenecked, because I have tons and tons and tons of B-roll, like for tons of things. And it's just not all getting done.
Yes, 100% understand where you're coming from there. So in terms of quick little shots, so when you say you just joined a band, you're doing the gigs, right? Do you like little behind the scenes, almost like vlogging style stuff?
I literally just joined like a month ago. I shot a couple of our practices. I was actually using like a product that I got to review to like the mic, and I took a couple of pictures of it set up and stuff like that. I mean, I just didn't post it or get it somewhere where it needed to be posted. I just did an open mic night and I went live for the first time on Facebook doing that. The only thing I worry about sometimes with music content is the copyright issues too, especially with YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, YouTube will nail you on copyright. TikTok, not so much. It's kind of like, we'll look the other way. I don't, because because if you start turning monetization on with YouTube, you'll start getting hit with copyright stuff. I've seen musical creators on TikTok be like, it'll detect that there's like, oh, contains music from insert copyrighted song here. But I haven't seen anyone get into any actual trouble from that. It's just, it basically will credit whoever you covered.
Right. I mean, like what I've done to get around that is basically I've used Smule Karaoke, which is like a video app that you're already supposed to be able to use whatever they have on there. And then I just take the video from there and post that. Or I got on like, what is that? I got on some other like where you can put your face on the music, and they already have Jib Jab. I did a couple of Jib Jab videos and put that up on TikTok. So like those are already set to like, well, everybody can use them. Jib Jab's on TikTok. We're not going to stop you from doing that. And Smule must have some sort of music licensing to let all these people sing these karaoke songs and then put them up, because that's what they're doing. So that's kind of how I've gotten around it if it's not an original song. But it makes me just curious. It's planning the covers too. Yeah, I mean, it's true. I am planning the covers and playing them out. So that also takes time, and then finding the best snippets, you know, it's kind of like, and I have limited time, you know, with, as I said, 3 kids under 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there would be something that would make it easy because again, that the edited, the B-roll, the like, here's all me playing. Rather than showcasing that, because like you said, that takes a lot of time to edit. Don't fight that. Maybe you get one of those out a week, right? That's not going to be one of those every day type deal. But a lot of creators in their niches, they do a lot of comment replies. Like I have done half my content is comment replies on TikTok. So if you make one post where you're saying, oh, here's how I set up for a show, or here's how I do whatever, here's like show a collection, like if I have a collection of whatever instrument that I have, there's going to be people, if it hits the right audience, and it doesn't always hit the right audience, but if it does, there's going to be probably a half dozen questions in that comment section. And then what I would do is hit those half dozen questions and then comment reply to them. Then you're going to have 6 more videos. And then the people that you comment replied to generally are going to comment back, and more people will comment. And then you kind of comment reply to those videos. And essentially it kind of becomes this big like tree spider web of videos that becomes this whole conversation. And those videos are like super, super engaging, but there has to be that first like catalyst post. And sometimes if you don't have one your own to get that catalyst, I've seen other people, you can comment reply on other creators' videos.
I know it's funny thing. The funny thing is I went somewhere else for a second and I happened to be in like Walmart and found these Hot Pockets that were Magic the Gathering themed. And it was funny because like 2 of the 3 Magic the Gathering themed pockets had like regular names, like, you know, beef and potatoes or whatever, you know, whatever the thing was. And then the one Magic the Gathering themed one was Pizza of the Veil. And so I made like a TikTok where I was making fun of the fact that like, you know, the creative team on this like dropped the ball with the other 2 names, but you know, this one is the one you want. And like
the other 2, they were on vacation.
Yeah, that got like up to like almost 1,000 views, which was like one of my most popular, and it got more engagement and people talking and stuff like that. So I thought that was funny.
Yeah. If you could rile up, I say rile up, but not like antagonize, but unless it's something that you want to do. But if you can get people commenting and talking and then just comment reply, it's quick, it's easy, it's engaging content that you'll get a lot of. It doesn't take a whole lot of time to do, but you'll get a lot of traction out of it. Because yeah, and those big edited videos are good because they're harder to make. Not everybody can make them. So they're going to come across people's page who are in your comment section, but they're going to appreciate your concert footage more and your edited footage more because they get the raw, you just talking to them in the comment section. They're like, oh yeah, I follow this girl and she's a real person. Now I'm going to go support her music. Versus just some music coming across the page, and it almost feels like. But yeah, I mean, the voiceovers are going to add that human element too. But I see some people that they'll just be like, oh, I'll just cut clips and post them and post clips and hope one goes viral. But it's just another song coming across the page. But if they see you as the creator talking to the people who are watching, it's going to hit better. And now do you have longer stuff where there's spoken word? Like,
what do you mean?
So there's a tool. David, can I share screen? Can I share screen for a second?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, you gotta let me. You gotta hit the allow button.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. The script, right?
No, not the script. Not the script. It's called Opus.pro.
Oh, I heard about this.
Dude, it's the freaking best.
But it's so expensive.
It's free. It starts free, I should say.
Oh yeah.
So you get 2 hours free, and then it's $13 a month.
But there's limited numbers of hours. But still, yeah, it's very valuable.
How many hours are you gonna upload? It's 2,400.
I was gonna upload all my live
10
streams.
hours a month.
I have 40 live streams per month. Wait, 20 live streams per month, and that's an hour and a half each. So I was gonna plan to upload all of them, but never mind.
You can't do them all at once. But yeah, 40 hours, you probably do it over 4 months. You'll be able to get them all. So, but yeah, basically what Opus will do is Opus will go through an hour and use AI and cut out what it thinks will be the most viral clips into less than 60-second chunks. And if I can go back here to the homepage, let me see. If you have something where like you're sitting side by side, it'll actually cut the video in half and stack the people. And it'll reframe everything. It's absolutely wild. They don't have an affiliate program. They don't have anything like that. If you go opus.pro, it's free. You can try it out. upload something out, it has to have, it works best with like interviews and long spoken word. But I'm wondering if you, let's say that you had singing open mic for an hour, I wonder if it might cut it up for you, because it'll go after the words. But if someone comes in, if somebody has like a podcast that they do, that they just go in, they can talk for an hour, this can cut it up into about 10 or 15 different clips. But I just wanted to get that up on the screen for people. Oh yeah, then David dropped it in the chat. There's a link there. Opus.pro. I've learned that the other day, and it's pretty darn cool. So that's what I would say for someone who probably doesn't have a whole lot of time, would be think about the type of content that you're making, and it doesn't have to be as produced as you might necessarily think it has to be. Raw kind of vlogging, what I'm doing, quick 2 minutes, here's how I do it. And it doesn't have to be, again, the lighting doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be all the captions and cuts. It can just be, if you're setting up for something, here's how I set up and here's why I do it. And I have a cut here, a cut there. You'll get comments and then reply to the comments.
That's great. Thank you.
No problem.
Dom, this is amazing, by the way. I love the reason why attracted me to start working with you is that you genuinely help people grow the social media, which is step 0. That's step 1, but literally the first step of this process. And like you said, I've seen all the other courses, all the other mentors, all the other gurus, they have other ways to do it that's not, in my opinion, ethical or the proper way to grow and become an influencer. And you teach them the core. I love this. And it's just so awesome.
I just love this stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I just like talking about it. I'm sure you can hear that. But yeah, we don't teach to buy followers, buy views, buy bots. It's because the regulators are getting too good. They know, and you're not going to get accepted.
And it just doesn't feel good. I think the part of the success in anything in life is the hard work that leads up to it. It's always a journey and the continued journey. Like if you cheat your way to get there, then what are you gonna do from once you're there to the next level? You're gonna cheat your way again. It's not rewarding to cheat. And I love that you're teaching people the genuine way. And this is fantastic because you're able to help everyone. Everyone has a struggle. Social media is not hard. It's just you got to figure out what works for you and how to find the time and or incorporate the right kind of content that works with your style, with your time, with what you have, or what you're good with. Like somebody is spontaneous, they can do it on the fly. Someone needs a little bit more planning. They have to plan it out, but they still find ways to create content. So I love this. I love this. These are a great question, and Dom, these are great answers. Anyone else has other questions for Dom? Because his time is very valuable. I'm so happy that he's here sharing these genuine ideas on how to help you guys grow and then apply for the influencer program and get in and make money.
Yeah. And the thing I want to kind of tack onto that too is we focus on the content creation and getting the approval process so hard, because once you get to a point where you can get accepted, your socials kind of get to a point where once you get accepted for influencer, that's not the only door that opens up either. Influencer program, awesome way to start making money right away. Awesome way to start making money every single day with random quick product reviews. But once you're like, oh, hey, I kind of know how to do this, then UGC opportunities pop up, right? Brands will start ending up in your DMs going, hey, we've got this cool thing. Can you make a video for us? We'll pay you $300, $400, $500 for it. And you can hop onto all these marketplaces where you hop in and you're like, oh yeah, I'll do that. But I'll get the free product and it's going to be an extra $200 to do a sponsored post. And then if you start getting over the 50,000 follower mark, TikTok has programs like the Creator Marketplace or the Creative Challenge, where you can hop in there and basically you're getting paid to make content. And it all kind of snowballs. And once you unlock that skill, influencer program's great because you're going to make money every single day. And then you're like, you basically have like that breathing room. Like, hey, I know I'm getting paid every day. Now I can go to these things that might be a little bit more risky, and your risk tolerance for making money online will get so much bigger because you have the influencer thing there and you can pursue your bigger dreams. Like there would be people who are like, I always wanted to make a cooking YouTube channel, but I never had the time or the money to invest into that. Influencer will get you the time to be like, I know the shoppable videos are up and they're rolling. Now I can go put the time over there. So Ellie's absolutely right. Yeah, potential opportunities at UGC, just getting into that. Yeah, you'll be surprised at how much opens up. And as your account grows, you'll be able to charge more and more and more money. And it's cool. I mean, if you start getting into, again, you can have something pop and go to 100,000 followers overnight, especially on an organic short form platform like TikTok. And then once you're in the six figures or multi six figures following, it's like you could do a post for $2,000 and brands are like, okay, it's worth it. And you're like, holy crap, I got paid because I got paid. I remember the highest paid TikTok I ever did was one TikTok for 60 seconds. I got paid $1,900 for it. And I was like, that just happened. How do I get more of those? And it's just because people see the potential.
Yep. The opportunities that this program gives people is just amazing. It's amazing because like you said, it's a stepping stone, both in time and money. Though, for example, the reason why Rising Siren is having a hard time making this jump is because she's making content on TikTok and she's not getting money from it, right? She's spending time but not getting money yet. But once she's in the influencer program, then as she makes content, she makes more money, and then that gives her a chance to either spend that money to hire some help, some childcare, so that they can take care of her kids, while she has more time to create more content, and then land those $2,000, $4,000, $8,000, $10,000, $20,000 brand deals. So all the doors open up, right?
I've never done a 5-figure brand deal yet. That's still on my like check off. I'm sure you probably got a couple of those because you got followers everywhere. I'm not quite on that level yet, or multi the 5 figures. But again, even if it's not childcare that you're using it for, it could be for outsourcing editing. Because that was something I did last year. Dude, best thing I ever did was outsourcing editing, because it just gave me so much time back. And I hired somebody who could edit better than me. So not only did I get the time back, was I also got, and my videos got a boost as well. But that's a whole other topic of conversation for a whole other night. Yeah, any questions about everyone here so far getting in? I mean, feel free to unmute. I know it's David. I didn't mean to hijack your room. I'm sorry.
No. You are my welcome guest.
Okay.
Please.
If anybody
please.
wants to unmute, ask a question. Do you want to get into something a little more advanced? I know we said this was mostly beginner, but I'll field all
I
questions.
have 2 quick questions. You know, I always have questions, Tom.
Yeah. Sherry, how are you?
Okay. I changed the title of 2 of my videos yesterday. They got, republished and everything, and I wrote down the numbers of views that I had before, just so I could keep track if it went up. And today they each have 3 less views than before. Like, how does that happen?
It's a rolling 30-day count. So you may have had 2 very, very high view days drop off.
Oh, okay. All right, that would make sense.
So,
And then the other question I had is, like, when you put a video on and it says published and there's room in the carousels, but you're not on there. So where's it exactly published, or is that we don't know kind of thing?
we don't know. Cyberspace. It's up to Amazon's discretion. But although I have noticed sometimes it takes almost a week to just end up in the carousel.
Okay.
So I would just check back. And sometimes they don't get picked for whatever reason.
And then I've had a couple from way, way back that got kicked off. So that's
Yeah,
why
that happens.
that's why I redid the titles.
Sometimes you can get that placement back.
Yeah.
Although I've noticed, and this is something David actually turned me on to, if you start posting your stuff to YouTube, driving traffic from offsite, I switched my links. So I'm super paranoid when it comes to Amazon. All right. I am like tread super, super lightly. And I protected my influencer account like it was my firstborn child. So, and I was like, I'm going to start repurposing all of my videos. I'm going to put a almost sacrificial associates link with it. Separate associates account, not attached to influencer. I've had associate accounts shut down. I lost actually 4 or 5 of them trying to figure out how to post and stay compliant on YouTube. But I switched those links recently to my influencer link. And because now that I'm driving off-site traffic to Amazon, I'm seeing stuff sell that I haven't seen sell in months. So
So
I'm
you're using your storefront link on
yes.
your YouTube,
Yep.
but you don't recommend doing that immediately, or should I do that?
You can do that. Again, I'm just super paranoid.
Yeah.
So if I make sure you read the rules, know the rules, but there's no thing to say don't do that up front.
Okay.
But that you will get rewarded for driving offsite traffic as well.
And you're just
I would-
posting what you've had and just repurposing it to a YouTube.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree. Make sure you follow the rules, and we can dig into this later on other calls too. But generally, just because you're thinking about doing it, I'll just give you 2 tips right away, because I've been doing this for a very long time. Even before I became an Amazon influencer, I've been doing this for like 5-7 years. Like associate program is what they call it. You can actually Google like how to create links or how to make money with Amazon Associate, and that's pretty much that path there. And basically, the 2 biggest thing is, number 1, disclose to Amazon where you post your links, and
Right.
only post it in those places, and those places must be public. Number 2,
Yes.
wherever you post, you must make it clear that this is an affiliate link. Either put in hashtag affiliate, or put in parentheses affiliate, or say, as an Amazon associate, I earn from these affiliate
Qualifying
links.
links.
Qualifying
There's
links.
specific verbiage that they want to
Yes.
see. And I got canned for one of my
Yes.
accounts because I didn't have that exact verbiage.
Yes,
Okay.
that exact verbiage is extremely important. I'm gonna grab it right now from my video, because I
Yeah.
used it. No shame in telling you guys this. I got banned not once, not twice, 3 times. I'm still on probation right now, because Amazon is difficult to make sure, because they have so many terms and the stuff is cryptic. For example, when they say you cannot, like that line that Dom says, as an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. You have to say that verbatimly. If you say something alternatively like this, click on any of the, if you guys like my video, purchase these items from the link down below that will support my channel. Literally, you will get banned for saying that, because that is incentivizing your audience to click on your link. It's so mind-blowing. Like, I couldn't see how is that incentivizing my audience. And to Amazon, it is incentivizing, because my audience wants to support me. Therefore, I'm giving them a chance to support me by clicking on the link, and Amazon doesn't want any of that. It's so crazy. But literally, you just follow that word by word verbatim that Dom said, and I posted in the chat. Do that. If you're sharing your links out, Sherry, at least do that, and let Amazon know where you're sharing your links. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's so again, I didn't know what I was doing. So again, I created the sacrificial associates count, and then I learned through like 4 bans. So now I'm on influencer, but that absolutely helps, especially when you get to some of the like really competitive spots. Like if you're a tech influencer, like good luck, because everybody posts about their camera and mics. And but having that offsite traffic that you're driving will help weight your videos better.
Yes, and I would agree, although this is not said anywhere, and this is not what Amazon has shared with us. This is all from our own hypothesis, but I can tell you that when I was live streaming, all the content creators that were able to drive offsite traffic to Amazon were favored. And I can tell easily, because those influencers, whenever they stream, they will take placement over me right away. And I'm curious why. I checked their offsite social media. They're driving tons of traffic. Obviously, they have associate links here, there, all over the place, and they have tons of views, engagement. That's obviously why, right? So it's probably the same with Shoppable videos. I can't guarantee that because I don't see it yet, but if it's not there yet, it probably will be, because once this program gets more and more people, Amazon's got to find a way to reward the people to get them to drive more traffic onto Amazon, because that's ultimately what Amazon wants. It's like traffic. I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah,
So when
I mean,
I have a quick question. When you do the do it on YouTube, do you use your offsite then link or your on-site link?
well, you can't share an on-site link. The only links that you can share from influencer are off-site links.
Okay.
So
But
do you
I'm
have the
thinking-
Amazon site stripe?
Yes.
If you create a link from the site stripe, it'll be fine. And just make sure, well, and you only have, if in your site stripe, because again, all my stuff is always set up wacky because I mess with the settings the first thing I do with everything. when you go to SiteStripe, there's only one store ID in there, correct?
I think so.
You should only have one if you don't have an associate set up. But if you have one, create a link out of SiteStripe and you'll be fine. That's going to be an offsite influencer link.
But like on your Amazon, like, I mean, not Amazon, on your YouTube, page, how you have your information and stuff, do you put like your storefront link? I'm not talking about each individual product. I'm talking about like, so
you're talking about like Amazon.com/shop/
Yes.
I put that in the description of all my videos, but I also put a link to the product in the video itself.
Okay.
Through the SiteStripe. Now it's a bear. It's when you got 450 videos, it took me about 6 hours to do them all. And that was using like really fast copy pasting. So it's a bear, but but it's going to help because if someone comes in, and this is the marketer in me, right? You want to minimize the amount of clicks for somebody to buy something, especially if you're making content that is super hot to the buyer. So somebody watches a review on your blender. Oh, that's an awesome blender. I want to buy it. And then you go down, at the end of the video, you go, hey, there's a link in the description. You can go buy the video. Because again, on YouTube, the whole call to action does not apply anymore. You can tell people to go to the link in the bio and buy on YouTube. So on YouTube, you can go in and you can say, hey, look, go buy this thing. All right, cool. If they click on your storefront, they'll land on your storefront and they'll go, well, where's that blender?
Right.
And then they'll have to go and search your storefront for the blender to click in the blender, click on the page and then hit buy.
Right.
You're going to lose a lot of people through that journey. Versus if you say, hey, click the link in the bio for the blender, someone goes and they click and it puts them right on the buy page, that's more likely to convert. So you'd go through, hold on. I want to see if I can share my
that. While demonstrating the screen is that affiliate links offsite have precedence over on-site links. So if you drive an audience to Amazon with your offsite link, and Sherry, if they end up watching another influencer video, watching a couple of influencer video, and then finally checking it out, you still make the commission, not those influencer videos or creators of those influencer video. It's because offsite tracking is king over any on-site tracking. So just FYI, that's why offsite is so much more powerful, and your commission is usually twice as much.
Yes.
Dom, are you still trying to share?
I'm here. I can't remove my zip code and my address from the screen. So I'm not going to put that looping on YouTube, but if we'll come in, I'll show, I took a screenshot of it. If I can kind of,
okay, cool.
Bring the stuff here. Hold on.
Sure. Take your time.
This is my snipping tool.
And Dom, I appreciate your time. I'm sure everyone here appreciates your time too. Do you have a cutoff time that you want to wrap this up so that we know and we respect your time?
Not really. I mean, that's why that's kind of the double-edged sword of doing of doing the late night ones. Is it's kind of lasting on the schedule. But if people are here, people are engaging, I'll kind of stay for a little bit longer than an hour. I know we planned on an hour. I never actually go to an hour. I usually go long. But what I'm showing here, so if you look up here first, we're talking about Amazon SiteStripe. So you'll see you've got your URL bar here on Amazon. It's this little, this is right above your Amazon store. And if you're creating links in text from here, like you see how it says a little like blue text right here. If you're creating for a link from there, that's an influencer link.
Okay.
So I'll stop that share again.
And that just goes to your offsite then.
Correct.
Okay. That's
Correct.
when you use the SiteStripe is for offsite.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So and these are all things that we're testing. I know there's a lot of things that are not published anywhere. That's part of our group that we've been testing. I mean, we've been doing this since August of 22 formally. Sherry and I think Paul is still on the call here. We were kind of doing stuff informally before that. And it's generally how our group is. Our group is probably about 80-ish people now. And we'll try something once. Like I'll go to the mastermind group. I'm like, hey guys, look, I'm seeing a lift in sales from driving offsite traffic. And then everyone else will pretty much try the same thing in our mastermind group. And then everyone will kind of report on what's going on there. And we've discovered a lot of things that are not published, but we've tested Amazon's algorithm. Again, that's the marketer in us to be like, oh, let's test this and A/B test. And that's how we've been able to move the needle so fast.
So you mentioned a little bit about your mastermind group, and I know this is a Q&A, and we don't want to pitch things or sell things, but I'm actually a member of your private mastermind group, and I think it's
Yes.
immensely valuable, and I pay full price for it, and I vouch for it because it's the one community where everyone is so positive, so helpful, and you guys have leaders in that group. Jason's one of them, yourself, Dom, but all the members are also finding things, like you said, on their own. And as a community, we're like kind of pitching together ideas, doing tests together, like check this, check that. Everyone has all the cool results, and we find out so much good stuff. And shamefully, I share some of that with my group too, but it's always like a week or 2 or 3 weeks behind your source of data. So I think it would be it would be warrant to share the link to your webinar. Can I share that, Dom, in this call?
Yeah. So actually
right.
this week we're going to be doing a series of live webinars. And again, I'm not going to put the dates on because then this is no longer a live, no longer an evergreen video.
Yep.
But I do regularly do trainings. We go over the approval process. We go over the program, kind of where it leads, what we teach. Dave, you want to drop that link in there? It's
Yep, I dropped
sure
it.
he
And
has
for
one
people
there.
watching the recording, it's utechpia.com/AI for anonymous influencer. They basically have a course that teaches you step by step on how to optimize the Amazon influencer program to do really well. But more importantly, what Dom does, I see no one else do, and I've shared this earlier in the call too, is he will walk you through how to grow your social media. And that is priceless because basically by being in his group, you are guaranteed in the program because he's going to make sure you do everything that's necessary to get in the program. And if you're serious and you've been struggling, then this is something that I highly recommend. And for people that are already in the program and they want to take it up to the next level, which is what I did, it's still a very viable option. In fact, I think it adds to my success because of the group. Like I said, we learn stuff from all the pool knowledge, and Dom is always sharing stuff. Jason, who's also another lead in that group, is sharing very, very, very valuable information that I don't find anywhere else. And I've been in this program for 2.5 years. It's just like when people say 2 brains are better than 1, this is literally like we have 300 people in that group now. 300,
500 now. I think we might be at 490-ish. I think we're right around 500.
Okay, so this is crazy. I have a couple of people that I keep really close tab, like 5 people where I share everything. But this is 500 people that is positively sharing everything they know so that we can all help each other. This is why this group is so amazing. But again, I don't want to push anything on you guys because this is a Q&A. But if you guys want to, I mean, the link is there. You can go check out his Dom's webinar, and that's where he's going to actually go into more details, similar to this, but a little bit more structure into exactly what he has to offer and why it's so good. But if you want to take it from me, I would say it's a no-brainer. But it is paid education and it is paid mastermind. So just keep that in mind. It's an investment. I'm just going to leave it as that. It's an investment. So some people don't like to invest, and I feel sorry for them, to be honest, because I think the investment pays for itself 10, 20, 30, 100 times if used properly and executed properly, because this is good knowledge that this mastermind and Dom's course is able to offer.
Yeah, and I'll kind of piggyback on that and clarify a couple things. So we do guarantee acceptance into the program. However, our guarantee is on the social media and the first hurdle, not necessarily on site. So that's going to be the number 2 things here. We guarantee that first because if actual human looks at the on site, there's no guarantees there, but we have had in a rare instances people get that 3 strikes. We have a separate group set up to work with those people who are like, they need the extra attention. They struck out. We're like, hey, we're going to start over again. But it happens less than 1% of the time. But the safety net is there that we've built in. And as far as our program, we don't necessarily, again, we started teaching just how to maximize and really wring the most out of Amazon influencer, but it's kind of evolved into as people started to build their social media. Because again, that was the thing that we started with. Like, look, we're going to get people as creators to get into there. Now people are starting to get traction because they're starting to create about stuff that they like. And they're like, oh, well, I've got brands reaching out. I've got this. I want to grab this affiliate product. There's other doors are starting to open. So we've started kind of expanding the scope of what we're teaching to more of turning it into a full business. All the email marketing, the leads capturing, and all the, all the software. And I'm not going to ruin the whole presentation. Go check it out if you want to do it, but it's become more Amazon influencer for our thing has become just kind of the first stepping stone of a much larger ladder. But I'll leave it at that.
I love it. And this is still a Q&A, guys. And Dom is very generous of giving his time because this is valuable information. If you guys have any questions on how to become an influencer, this is the time to ask because he's volunteering to help give you guys some really good knowledge here. So anyone struggling with trying to become an influencer, what are your struggles, anything that Dom can help you with, let's ask some questions. And if there are more questions, then I'm sure Dom would love to have the rest of the night off to enjoy it with his family too. But he's here for us. So let's ask some good questions and see if we can all become influencer, my friends.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone coming out too. So again, I'll just open the floor, open Q&A. Feel free, unmute. No need to put up the Zoom hand.
I just want to thank you for the knowledge that you imparted because everybody, like has ideas about like, oh, well, you should do this. Oh, well, you should do this. But nobody's ever actually given me potential like ideas that would actually work for me. Like, oh, wait, this is what I like. Like, yeah, I like making music videos, but like, I wasn't really in the position to like try to like shoot videos of me setting up because I didn't have that in my life at the time. I was like, but that actually is like, it's the first time I've heard something that actually is doable for me. Like, oh, well, you should do this. Oh, if you really want it, you can, like, that's great, like, but give me something I can actually work with. And it's nice to have heard something for the first time that is close to something that I was like, oh, that I might actually enjoy doing, that I actually, organically might end up doing. All I have to do is turn a camera. I was like, I don't want to turn the camera on my kids. Sure, they do cute stuff, but that's not what I want my content to be. Like, I mean, every now and then I might do something, but then I don't end up actually posting. I post it to my personal account, not my like social influencer account. And the thing is, I went about this backwards. Is basically, as David said, I was an audience member. I didn't know anything about Amazon Live. I was a mom. I was, pumping every day and I was isolated and I was just looking for people to talk to. And I was like, oh, what is this Amazon Live? You can find somebody to talk to at any hour of the day, every 2 hours when you have to be stuck somewhere and you can't talk to people. And then he sort of encouraged me to be like, hey, you would actually be really good at doing this. And that was from just being in chat and appearing on his live stream once. He was like, no, you need to go try to do this. So I wasn't an influencer at all. And, but I started to develop a rapport with the people that were in the chat, like with the people that were already on Amazon Live. And we thought we could maybe try to do it backwards and it didn't quite work out that way. But like now I still have all these accounts that I started over a year ago to start building that. I do have shoppable videos. I do have content that has affiliate. I'm an affiliate. So okay. I have Site Stripe, but I haven't made any money. I've made $15 in the last year, but I haven't been working really hard at it. But like all of the videos that I have there are shoppable videos. They just have kind of links like sort of hidden in there, like somebody will click on this, and I've been trying to like go about it. But like, the idea of really becoming an influencer has really been what I needed to do. And people are like, well, just do what you like doing. I was like, I like to do a lot of stuff. I don't even know what to focus on,
Yeah. Yeah. I hear that a lot too, when we kind of like open the door. And first, I'm really glad. Thanks for letting me know that I gave you something that you could actually work with. Cause that's always when you sit up here and you give advice, it's like, is it going to land? Is it? I'm really glad that it connected. So that made me feel really, really good. Thank you. But, yeah, again, pick the thing. If you could get up something again, like you said, do something you're organically going to do. And to anyone else here, if you're like, I've got so many things, pick one. Like, what is something that if I asked you here, give me a 30-minute presentation on, nerd out, doesn't matter. That would be the thing I would start with. But yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
Go ahead. No, I was just also saying, I think you touched on too about never thought about yourself becoming an influencer. And that was something for me. I know they use the Amazon influencer program. You have to be an influencer, but for everyone else here, kind of change your mind about what it means to be an influencer. Like when I think influencer, I would think like beautiful 20 something in LA that's going all these wonderful once in a lifetime experiences and has a beautifully curated Instagram. Like that, it may have been what an influencer was back in 2012. Not today. Today, it's real people who can start a conversation, hold a conversation. I mean, I know if you end up anywhere on, like, let's say, again, it doesn't matter how you feel. If you end up somewhere on, like, let's say political-ish current events, news, TikTok, those influencers are not sharing experiences. They're just having conversations with their audience back and forth. And that's really all Amazon's looking for. So if you can start and hold a conversation with the audience, you're an influencer in their eyes. You don't have to be going to Bali and all these waterfalls and beautifully curated and be beautiful yourself. It's, can you hold someone's attention? Can you start a conversation? If you can do those things, you can do it. And you don't have to use your real name or your real identity. You can be a stage name, or you can play a character. There's plenty of people who have hundreds of thousands of followers who people don't even know their real name.
Yeah, the anonymous of being an influencer is awesome, because there are influencers out there that don't have freedom, and they want to be able to go to the mall with their friends and families and their kids and not have to be bombarded by the fans, which is a nice thing, but it implodes on your privacy and your freedom to do things. So I love that, you know, as an influencer, you're able to choose whether you want to have your face out there or not. That's really awesome.
Yeah, I have
which is exactly why I did what I did in the get-go. That's why you have our F. I was like, because I actually had a couple of like less than ideal circumstances happen actually in the Amazon live stream chats, where I was just like, I know these people don't know where I live or anything like that, but I don't like that interchange, and I don't want to take that into my personal life. Like, I want to leave it there, and like that was another reason why I came up with, like, you know, my stage name, so I would have that. And it's kind of funny because in real life sometimes it weirds me out when people actually call me by my personal name, because I I have so many interactions with people that call me Rising or Siren that I'm just like, who now? Oh, right. That's what's going on.
It's funny that you say that, because there's one of my close marketing friends. I learned that she is not who she says she is online. I've known this woman for online through TikTok. I never met her in person, right? But we met through TikTok, through the marketing world, marketing circle. And we've run masterminds together. We've launched courses. We do a podcast together. Her name is not what her name is online, even though it appears to be a normal, regular name. It's not, it's a normal name. And I'm like, I met her, I heard her, I saw her real name, and I was like, if we meet in person, like, what do I call you? She's like, oh, you could just use my online name. I was like, is that okay? Like, is that, but yeah, like, it's the same thing. Like, someone says your real name. I've got to imagine that that's what it's like. But again, if you Google, I'm sure if you Google Rising Siren, they're not going to find any of your personal stuff. So you can kind of keep that anonymity of you're one person online, you're one person in your personal life. You can still maintain that wall. So for anyone else who's might be, I don't want people knowing me, that's perfectly okay. This is my real name, by the way.
If you do a deep dive, you can find me, but it's just like, I'm not going to make it that easy for people. I mean, I'm not crazy. The internet's the internet. They'll find you if they really want to, but
that's true. That's true. But to the casual observer, and 99.9% of people, they're not going to look that hard.
So I'm curious, in this room, who is an influencer already and who is trying to become an influencer? I just want to see it in the chat. You guys just drop in the chat. Thank you for hanging out here. I think we're gonna wrap up pretty soon, because it seems pretty quiet now. I think Dom has done such a good job explaining all the benefits of the program and how to build your social media. I don't think there's a question, right? Just time to actually sink in and do it, right?
See, Wellington trying to become one. W. Holloway trying to become one. Wellington, are you a gymnast or some sort of performer? I see the hanging rings in your picture. Dude, if you could make content explaining how to train for that, you'd build an account quick. Like if you just filmed yourself doing the rings, that would go viral, and then people would be like, how? And then it's a quick little tutorial.
So I actually been posting my fitness journey on Instagram for about I want to say since August of last year, and I'd be posting on TikTok as well, but just the process of trying to apply to become an Amazon influencer, it's a little bit different.
Okay. How what does your TikTok account look like? Because Instagram's harder. I mean, I'm not good. It's good that you're posting on Instagram. It's just harder to get reach over there than it is TikTok. And I think I think the unpublished bar is higher for Instagram engagement than it is TikTok engagement.
Yeah. So for sure on TikTok, I'm trying to get 1,000 followers. Right now I'm at around like 850. I'm not sure if I just need to make a new account in general or just keep it pushing with my old account. But that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. What kind of, are people dropping comments and stuff on your content?
I get 1 or 2 comments here and there, but it's not like I'm getting a whole bunch of comments. I get more comments on Instagram than I do on TikTok.
Got it. Okay. And Instagram, does Instagram let you do video comment replies?
Yes, but I don't use that feature as much as I should.
Ah, dude, you got to use that. That's like the best feature ever. Because what it does is it also keeps somebody on your account for a long time. Because you'll be answering to a comment and people go, what's he commenting on? Then they'll click the comment to get context. And now they've not only watched 1 video of yours, they've watched 2. And to the algorithm, like, oh, this is a really engaging account. Let's show it to more people. And then sometimes if you get one person going and you get like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 videos deep on comment chains, you get somebody that hits that last one, they binge all 5. Well, guess what? Their entire page is going to be you for like the next week.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's a phrase in the YouTube world called killing the island. And generally it's like, if you're creating content on topics and you have like one video that's not quite your normal stuff and it's kind of sits out there on an island, if people find that video, they have nothing else to recommend because all your other videos are kind of different topics. And the same idea is going to apply here with those video comment replies, because someone's going to end up on this one video. And again, the social media accounts, they want to keep people engaged for as long as possible so they can serve them ads. So you're going to you create that chain of all your videos. People are going to go in and binge your whole video, your whole account. And that's what the apps want.
Okay, awesome. So I just apply a lot more of that on TikTok as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even know that you could video reply on Instagram, because I'm like, I have a love-hate with Instagram. But if you can do it, you can video reply to comments, use it.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem.
So part of the takeaway is like, so it's not about the followers, it's more about the engagement as far as getting into the program, because I did create a YouTube, an Instagram, and a TikTok specifically to become an Amazon influencer. So Instagram is where I have most of the followers, but those are just followers. I feel like I would probably, based on what you said, flourish better, even though I have less followers on TikTok for what you're talking about me doing. So I should focus on TikTok. Is that where we're landing? Okay.
TikTok is the path of least resistance. And Amazon would rather have you see 500 people who are rabid fans than 50,000 random followers. Because when we first started this too, it doesn't happen as much anymore. But when we first started doing it, we'd have people who'd come to us from the make money online niche, the people who'd be like, make $10,000 a month doing this and pointing at bubbles. And they'd have 75, 80, 90,000 followers and they can't get in. They're like, what's going on? But you go to the account and it's like 1% engagement on everything. And there's like 4 comments, and just switch it up, start engaging. And then at the much lower follower account, they'd get right in. So it's about the comment. It's about, again, it's how well that you can kind of interact with other people. Yeah, Tarika got approved with her TikTok. Yeah, exactly. And Lamont saying, yeah, micro influencer. And there are some brands that will specifically target micro influencers because of how close to their audience they are. I mean, naturally, as you grow, as your account and as your stuff starts to grow, you're going to find, and I hope it's a good problem that everybody in this room eventually has, but you cannot keep up with every single DM, every single comment, every single person who follows you. You can't follow them back. At that point, there's brands who will not target larger influencers because they don't have that tight knit connection with their audience. Micro influencers, they might only get a handful of comments per video, but if they're interacting with those and they're replying back, those people are really, really engaged. What do I got here? Phil, I have an affiliate account, but no profits have been made. I'm on the board with Dragon Bloggers team making content, learning the ropes. Any free time I get, I push out a video review for my team is the goal. Learning as I go. Awesome. Yeah, as long as you're creating content. And again, if you're doing something organically that you like, oh, some people might think this is cool. If you can share how you're doing it or what you're doing it, flip the camera on and go, hey guys, come do whatever with me. Step one, we do this, and then we do this, and this is the end result. And it's extra 5 or 10 minutes out of your day.
I think you're one of the first people I've ever really heard say more that you should be able to like engage your people rather than like talk about like, oh, we'll figure out what the algorithm wants and then select a niche and then just post every day. Like that's what I hear more than anything else. And that they don't care who you are, like it's more about, SEO and all that stuff. And I don't really actually like that aspect of it, to be honest. It kind of puts me off about it. Like I just want to be me and I want people to like that. That's kind of what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's the thing too. I mean, if you are who you are, they'll find your people. I'm a very anti, like you said, to SEO with TikTok, and I'm very anti TikTok SEO. I don't think it matters. SEO matters on Google. SEO matters on YouTube. Absolutely. I don't think it matters on TikTok because you can post stuff with no hashtags. It'll still find the right people who want eventually. Like how many times do you see something that goes mega viral? And this is not in any way, I'm going to say, like if someone's talking about being, say, neurodivergent and it's a specific condition, you go through the comments and it's always like, oh, I guess we're all here. Everybody with this condition's in the comment section. Like TikTok finds your people. And it is something that if you're yourself, you're going to find the right tribe. But consistency is big though. Posting every day is something that's big, especially when you're getting starting, because not so much because the algorithm wants to see you being a consistent creator, but through volume, you're going to get better. Like somebody who's made 1,000 videos is better at making videos than someone who's made 10 videos just from reps of doing it 1,000 times. Now, if you're making one video a week, 1,000 weeks is a long time to wait. But if you're doing 10 videos a day, it only takes 100 days to make 1,000 videos. Not saying you make 10 videos a day, but if you wanted to, you could. You're not going to get penalized for it. But at some point, you can get off the gas because you're going to get better. Sorry for that one long-winded answer, but
these answers are amazing. I like Dom. These are the kind of questions and discussions we have on our private paid mastermind, and you're sharing a lot. This is great, right? And the whole purpose of the mastermind is that it's not this is the information. It involves, right, as different people that have different questions at different stages of their path. Like when I have the mastermind with you, Dom, we talk about like crazy email funnels and how to get this and that and get my courses out and how to get people into the webinar, all that, right? And then for other people, it's like how to get the first few followers. So I love that all this information is here, but at the same time, your mastermind is still so valuable because every step of the way, every week, everybody is on a different step of the journey and they learn together in the masterminds. It's so awesome. And they get a taste of this today. So I can't thank you enough for sharing all this awesome information with my community, Dom. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, I love talking about stuff. So and like you said, we talk about way more stuff that's kind of below the surface of the iceberg, so to speak, with the email funnels. But that all starts with creating the content first. Like that's step one. If you can do that, every other door is going to open. I saw a couple comments fly in here. Let me go through. PC, make sure you're growing your own social too. Yes, exactly. Posting about as many different topics recommended on TikTok. So yes and no. So if you post about 25 different topics, because you just have, I like everything, probably not the best if you're posting literally everything. Start with one and then work in a second that would be close. So let's take Phil with computers, right? PC Phil. Phil wants to make a tech account about computers. So start with computers, because Tech Talk is a really, really big place. And think about inside the computer niche, you've got cybersecurity, you've got gaming, you've got setups, you've got PC versus Apple, you've got there's a whole Linux section of Tech Talk. There's all off of that whole like computer tree. But then again, you could start kind of niching yourself down. There's someone who strictly just does like Android hacks, like Android operating, like how to root your phone. And it's like really, really nerdy. But that audience is like, again, people don't exist in a vacuum, and neither should you. So you're someone here who's into, let's say, Android hacks, could also be into gaming, could be into, World of Warcraft. They could be into Dungeons and Dragons. They could be into War Thunder. They could be talking about video games. So there's a natural link there, because a lot of the people who are talking about this topic are probably also into this topic too. Now, if you're talking about Android hacks and you want to talk about knitting as well, maybe not a good link, because unless you might find a secret vein of people who are into Android hacks and knitting, but it's unlikely. So if you're going to talk about different topics, kind of make sure that they're kind of close to each other, at least they're adjacent.
But you can be a geeky parent and talk about like geeky parent stuff.
Yes,
and then also parent stuff, and then also music stuff, right?
Yes, 100%. I feel like parenting is adjacent. Parenting is universal. So if you can tie, because parenting by itself is very generic, and there's 100 million parent influencers who are just that. Their whole account is about being a parent. But if you can add that second layer, like you said, geeky parent, musical parent, you can find a niche of people who are like, she gets me. I'm seen. This is who I am. This is the person I want to interact with online. And then you form your own little community that way. So layering in a second topic is great.
I think that's called double niching, and there is an advantage of that, right? It separates you from the rest. You have a specific target that is that double niche, and they're like, oh, Rising Siren is perfect. She likes this, this, and this, and that's what I like too. So I'm gonna follow her because all her content is gonna resonate with everything I like. So it's unique, but you're gonna hit those audience, and they have a reason to follow you.
Yep, exactly. And then I've got, let's see what else we got here. Make sure you make a sale in a time frame where you'll have to reapply. That only applies to associates. I think you have, what is it, 6 months to make 3 qualifying sales.
Is it 6 or 3 months?
I think it might be, I thought it was 6.
I'm gonna look at
I
it.
think it was 100.
Make sure.
I think it was 6. It's
Okay,
really not that hard to make those 3 qualified. It's so easy.
Yeah, I struggled with blogging for a long. I was trying to blog. I couldn't make 3 sales, but YouTube, it gets easier posting the stuff that's on there. And or if you're driving short form video traffic, you can make that. But influencer, I don't think there's you have to make a sale or else.
Yep, confirm 180 days for the associate. Okay. Just don't. But if you guys open your account as an associate first, and then you open your influencer on top of it, if they close your associate because that's a parent, your influencer account will get closed too. I know that Dom, you help people open just the influencer account. So in that case, they're independent. But
so are you saying if you were existing associate and then you opened influencer, you can't lose your associate?
No, if you lose your associate, it will lose your influencer too, because they're tied together. It's the parent account. You can't.
Okay.
So yeah,
because I became an influencer, opened a couple of associates after I was an influencer to repurpose my videos, and I've lost 4 of those associate accounts. 3 or 4.
And it's tied to the same Amazon account?
No, I made it completely different. But
yeah,
same Amazon account. Same Amazon email. It was tied to the same one.
Yes, if it's tied to the same. Oh, it was tied to the same one?
Yeah.
Oh.
So it was influencer. It might be.
It's the order.
Probably. If you have existing associate and you lose it, if it's associate then influencer and you lose the first account, it probably goes away. But I was influencer first, associate, and then one stuck.
Yeah, but to be safe, guys, just keep both accounts, because I think they're both very valuable.
Yes.
in their own way. Like when you grow big and you're gonna do offsite stuff, you need that associate, because associate is where people bring in millions of dollars. Like big content creators, they still create Amazon links because they still have things on Amazon all the time. Like Think Media TV, for example, they make over $1 million in associate commission because they teach people how to grow YouTube channel, but then they share the links to the camera, the lights, the microphone, and boom, gets all those sales. So they make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And you always want to have an Amazon associate account because that's just where people buy stuff.
They also collect leads too.
Oh yeah.
So you,
Oh,
awesome.
they
if
do
you-
a ton.
so if you already have an affiliate account and you want to apply for influencer, you should create a separate influencer account to apply with. Is that what you're saying?
I probably would.
Okay.
I'm super hyper cautious with protecting my influencer account, because like the influencer account is like a gift from the gods. I would keep it completely separate, like on its own little island.
It's a very, very valuable and something that once you have it, you will, it's exactly what Dom says. I couldn't say it any better. It's just, this is an opportunity that is very rare to be able to create some content and make money almost right away. Because I've struggled with YouTube for years, and I would spend days, even weeks, create one YouTube video, including the research phrase, figuring out the title, the thumbnail, the script writing, creating the video, well, filming it, and then editing it, and then posting it, and then SEO the tags, and then waiting for views, and there's like crickets, right? But whereas once you're in this program, you find products that, you know, around your house, and you film and post it on Amazon, you're going to get clicks because, again, you're hacking the system. You're leveraging off this huge traffic that just flows into Amazon, and people are going to buy anyway. You're just giving you a little nudge on the shoulder, but that's just the traffic that you have, and it's incredible. This is a gift, like Dom says. It's a very,
Never
very
in my
valuable
life,
gift.
never in my life did I ever think that my trash can was going to make my wife's car payment.
Yeah.
I'll allude to the webinar. I talk about
That's a
part of
good
that.
story. That's a good story.
It's insane. Yeah.
That's a good story. And you guys go and hear that one. You guys just check it out. It's good. Dom has so much to offer. And just check out his webinar. It's an affiliate link. Just go ahead and go to UTECHPIA.com/AI. Sign up for the webinar. It's completely free. You get to hang out with this guy even more. And he gives good information wherever he goes. I love the fact that Dom is not about like gatekeeping the information. He shares, and there's still value in the mastermind because you're always going to need to know what's updated, what's current, and continue to grow with him. So that's why he's so open, and I love that about him. That's why I invite him here, because our community is all about sharing stuff, and Dom's community is just the same. So that it's good stuff. So guys, if you want to listen more about what he has to offer, go ahead and sign up for UTECHPIA.
Yeah, and again, I like sharing this stuff too because I also understand we could spend 8 hours here, still wouldn't be enough, because people are gonna have to take the information. Because if information alone is great, take the information. You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to test. You're gonna have to get data, get results, come back, ask again, get more information, go back, test it, come back. It doesn't happen in a day. It happens in a couple of weeks. And I mean, I know I've done it sometimes where I've gone through it. Even with a single YouTube video, you go watch a YouTube video, you go try what you saw, you're going to miss something up. Okay, I'm gonna go back and watch it, come here, go back. But even though that one YouTube video is one data point too, and having that person to talk to and bounce your stuff off and go, hey, I tried this. Did it work? I'm seeing this. Is anyone else seeing this weird obstacle? Did anyone else get there's so much more to it than just the information and, getting the quote unquote secret sauce. Because even though you might have the secret sauce, you need to know what to do with it. And if feedback on basically how to implement it. So but that's what we kind of do in our community. That's why I put a lot of stuff behind a paid wall it's one, people show up more when they pay for it. And then it's also time of working with people ongoing for however long. So, and there's also software components. You're actually getting something tangible too. But again, I don't want to give too much away. But it's
good stuff.
Yes.
And I wouldn't be saying that because just saying it, because I actually pay for it full price and I benefit from it greatly. So I think it's worth its weight in gold because it's able to help me generate a lot more profitable videos, and it's just and to grow even beyond, because Dom has expertise in a lot of areas, and just like you guys see right now, he's able to help you guys individually with tips on how to grow your social media, which is just by itself, like that's the proof that you need right there. He's very genuine about helping you guys. But anyway, the webinar will speak for itself. If you guys want to sign up for it, it's utechpia.com/AI. I don't want to push anything on anyone because I think everyone has their right to decide what they want to do. We're just offering it out here for you guys.
Yep. You won't hurt our feelings if you don't want to attend. It's okay. Don't feel like you have to. So
I'm gonna go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go do what do your thing.
I'm just gonna go do the quick giveaway right now, so that I think people are starting to get a lot of information and they're gonna take away from this. So as I set up the webinar, just go ahead and drop in the chat what you've learned today or what you're going to take action on, because all this knowledge is fantastic, but if you don't take action right away or don't decide you're gonna take action today, you're gonna forget it tomorrow. And I just want to hear it. What are you guys going to take action on? Because I think every single person, even Dom and myself, can take action from today, whether it's to make another video or to start growing social media, because we are all capable of growing. There's no way in this world that can't grow. It's just that you got to be dedicated to. So let me hear what you guys are planning to do as a takeaway from this meeting. And I'm going to go ahead and put the names on wheel and share my screen. So I'm going to do all that while you guys share that. And Dom, you can read that and interact with the chat while I set this up.
Okay. Patty just signed up for the webinar. Thank you. I'll see you this upcoming week. Sherry's going to go get into YouTube with Amazon. Sherry, I'm going to say it right now, that's going to be a bear if you've never done YouTube before, but it's going to be super, super worth it. Well, every free minute is an opportunity to make progress. Absolutely. Lamont appreciates the Opus link. Yeah, man, Opus is like a game changer. Now, if you're going on podcasts, like Opus, I think was made for chopping up podcasts into little clips. So if you can get on people's podcasts in your niche, make sure they're video. That's a great way. That's like what it was designed for, but it's not the only thing you can use it for. Faustino's making more time. Absolutely. You'll be surprised. And it doesn't take a whole lot. Wellington's focusing more on TikTok, using video replies. Awesome. Siren's going to find ways to turn the camera on when I'm setting up musical things. Yes. And start conversations with geeky musical parents. 100%. Holloway's and making more videos. Yep. You will get better through volume. I promise. Oh, I lost the chat. Hold on.
Oh, sorry. Cause I started.
No.
A big screen.
It's fine.
Here we go. So this is the screen, and then we'll get back to the chat really quick, but these are the names that are here still. So thank you so much for being here. If I missed anyone's name, let me know. So these are the people in drawing. Apologies for any misspelling. We got Faustino, we got Gavin V, we got Lamont, we got Linda, we got Patty, we got Paula, we got PC Phil, we got Ryzen, we got Sherry, we got Tarika, W, Holloway, aka Wendy, Wellington, Zach Webb. Did I miss anybody? Let me know in the chat. Quack, because you guys are going to my old school. You guys remember the duck race.
What is a duck race? I've never seen a duck race before.
You're gonna see it right now. This is what we used to do, but we can't do it anymore. Let's just keep it that way. But this brings back memories to days when my fellow members were watching me, and this is what we do all the time. Bring back memories all the time. Back
when I was going to teach people how to generate leads from Amazon Live based on watching you.
Yes. So
I went through your entire I missed the duck though. I don't know. I went to UTECHPIA/free. Is that still a thing, or do I have to say that that's a dead link now?
Not a thing anymore. It's a dead link.
It's a dead link, guys. Don't go there.
Don't go there anymore, because
I was a fan before he joined us, by the way. I probably interacted with you guys in the comments, but it was my wife's account, so it's probably my wife's name.
but now we're learning from each other and we're growing together, and I think it's just fate that brought us all together. So we're a small group of people that is in this program. So let's go ahead and pick a winner right now.
Real quick,
sorry, go ahead.
I see Lamont dropped an awesome comment. David built an entire community with this game. Okay, you're becoming a content creator. What's a silly game that you can create, and what's almost like an inside joke that's going to bring all your people together? So think about what's your own personal duck race as you're growing your account. All right, you can go.
Yep, I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's a perfect example, and I just love the community that is in our group. And this is not my thing too. Like this duck race is something that people do all over the internet. And I actually learned it from Tyler. So Tyler came onto my stream, but let's just forget about the details of that. But let's do the duck race right now. Let's put 30 seconds on the clock right here. We'll set it. These are the people right here. Somebody give me a number of how many times to shuffle. I just want first number. How many times should you shuffle? We got Faustine says 3. Okay, here we go. Shuffle 1, shuffle 2, shuffle 3. And this is for a $20 Amazon gift card. We stuck the duck race right there. All right, we got Linda in the lead right there. There's Patty coming up, second right there. We got ducks quacking all around. We got Faustino coming up. Sherry's in the lead right there by just a duck bill. We got Linda pulling back. There's 18 seconds on the clock. We're still moving right here. All right, Paula says second, but Sherry still got the lead. Anyone can win this race. There's always ducks at the end that's going to go full speed. We got Paula right there in the lead. But wait, W. Holloway is pulling up really fast. Can she make it? She got 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Oh my gosh, I think it's going to be W. Holloway. Congratulations. Wendy, congratulations. You got $20 Amazon gift card. Wendy, can you go ahead and send me a private message on Zoom right now with your email? And I'll send that to you right away.
That's awesome. I've never seen that before. That might be the new way that we pick our random Amazon product category on our podcast. So anyone,
it's fun.
Yeah. Can I shameless plug?
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Every other Wednesday, the Digital Marketing Misfits podcast. So that's actually it's not just me that put the mastermind Amazon community together. We started a podcast where we talk about all kinds of like viral marketing, Digital Marketing Misfits. Every month we pick a random Amazon category and like we have to buy something with intent and see who can sell the most of them. It's kind of like our running gag. We use a very boring wheel, but it might be a duck race now. We pick our category.
Spin wheel, Google, right?
Yeah. No, it was Aha Slides.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's not very good,
Duck
but
race
it
is
worked.
fun. Duck race
There are
is
more
fun
than
'cause-
just
Yes,
there are more
exactly.
than
Go-
just
go-
duck
go ahead,
races.
Ryder.
There are like zombie races. There are like bouncing on balls races. There are airplanes. That you name it, and it's like it's generally a free thing on the internet. You can just
It's-
run any kind of themed race you want.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, this is definitely going to make it the next podcast. That's how we're going to pick our next thing for sure.
I haven't seen a gift card in a long time. I've lost my gift card link here.
No.
But yeah, it's okay. I'll take care of this. But Dom, why don't you kind of take control a little bit of about the crowd and see if they have any questions for you while I figure this part out. It's gonna take me a few minutes here.
Yeah, congrats, Wendy. That's awesome. I got Patty. I'm tired. Yeah, you're probably on the East Coast like me. David's always on the West Coast, and I'll be like, he's like, what time you want to do it? Like super early this morning. And I was like, I had a birthday party I had to go to earlier. I was like, let's do it later. But then the double-edged sword is that the East Coasters get shafted when it gets late. First time. Blow the cobwebs off, he says. Wait, Phil said I had to remember David to retype his credit card number, CC number. I'm assuming that's what that was. So many times. Do you gave $41 gift cards away once?
Oh yeah, I think I gave like 200 gift cards in one stream or something crazy like that. Yeah, basically I wanted to say in my stream, this is the first stream ever where everyone's a winner. So I gave away $1, but it was a duck race, right? So it's a duck race for like, I think it was 50 cents, $1, $2, and whatever the duck ends up, everyone's getting that amount. So it was like $1. It was fun.
That's crazy. I didn't realize you could even give away $1 gift card. That's spectacular.
Good. The $1's the minimum now. It used to be less, but now it's a $1 minimum.
Who was last? Who was last?
No, I closed the window because the ducks were quacking and they were annoying me. Because if you have the sound.
Oh yeah, because you have the sound. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Wendy,
Oh my
gift
gosh,
card has been
siren.
sent.
4 a.m. That's crazy.
Good times, but it's all about adapting because now I'm learning from you, Dom, because now the strategy has shifted because the Shoppable videos are still making money. And I don't know how much longer, but the
will
live streams
always.
are not. Well, but the
Depends
competition
on
might
what
be
you make
different.
them for. Boring wins. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, I would say they're always going to be, but the amount might be less based on what kind of placement we get. Maybe won't be exposed to so many viewers. Maybe Amazon will show customer videos more. I don't know.
That's
But
true. It
what-
is Amazon. Anything can happen. That's 100%
Yeah.
accurate.
But what we learn from this is priceless, because then we can go to any platform, especially if we're building out at the same time. That way you're not stuck all your eggs in one basket. You're building out your YouTube, your Instagram, your TikTok, and working with other brands, doing UGC, all the other stuff, stuff. There's so many stuff out there. And with the money you generate as an influencer, it gives you leverage. So now you can either hire an assistant to get more time so you can do other things. But yeah, it's the opportunity is there for now. But I think and then this is what Dom teaches as well in the more advanced mastermind, is how to expand.
Yeah,
And,
expanding is definitely key. Although I can't wait. I'm waiting for all the other retailers to follow suit with shoppable videos. Because when Amazon first did the 2-day shipping, everyone's like, "Are you nuts? 2 days for free?" And now like everyone does free shipping. I'm waiting for everyone to do shoppable videos, and then I'm like, I have everything categorized. If someone gets in first, I'm gonna. Oh yeah, they're in a hard drive. They're ready to go. If Walmart
hard
pops them up
drive,
and,
cloud it. Get on a
no,
cloud.
I mean I
You
guess
have to get on a cloud. Oh my gosh, are you
dude,
kidding me?
gigabytes. It's tons and tons of gig. I don't know. I have a 10 terabyte hard drive on my desk right now that has every course I've ever bought. I've got every video I've ever produced, every shoppable, YouTube, educational, every coaching session I've ever done. It is everything.
You got to get at least another cloud somewhere, not cloud, but another Synology or another NAS at a different location and sync it there, or just get on a cloud. I have 10 terabytes on Google Cloud.
They give you clouds that big? Sorry, we're getting off topic, guys.
Yeah. So you can sign up for G Suite, and every account gets 5 terabytes.
Okay, I might have to. I have 4 terabytes on this drive now.
Yeah, you should.
It's hours. Yeah,
you have to, because if you lose that, it just sucks. It literally sucks.
Oh yeah.
And because we can repurpose all this content, because all the stuff you buy now, sometimes some of it might get outdated and they might have newer versions, but the majority of it you can probably reuse on other platforms or even put on YouTube, because this stuff never gets to go old on YouTube, because you can have something old on YouTube and say, hey, this is an old microphone, it works great, there's a newer version, the link is down below, and it's still very valid content for people to use to drive them to traffic to Amazon and stuff like that.
Yeah, it all becomes an asset.
Totally. Yeah, I love how we always get off topic, but it's so relevant to the group that's still with us, because they're all in sync with it.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone hanging on here for almost 2 hours. This is like a long. Well, although given some of these comments, though, people remember when you streamed for 24 hours and 13-hour PC. I'm jealous. You guys are awesome of keeping attention for 2 hours. That's spectacular. Yeah, we're OGs. Yeah, exactly.
Went to sleep. He went to sleep during my stream, and he wakes up the next day,
and you're still
says,
streaming.
Oh, you're still streaming.
Wild.
Yeah, it's good times. It's good times, because you gotta love what you do. You gotta love what you do. Not all of us can be streamers, but not all of us can do shoppable videos all day long too. And some people like to code, some people like to build things, right? So you got to find your niche. And I think all of us being here means we're all passionate about creating content. And if this is truly what you want, then this is the best path in that journey. Like there's no better way, because like we've been saying, this is a stepping stone that gives you basically unlimited resource. Once you can start making money with this, you can start diversifying and growing other revenue streams easily. So Wendy, did you get my gift card? Let me know if you got it. Wow, Patty.
Yeah, I was reading Patty's comment too.
So Patty says, I'm a 59-year-old Mimi who has been doing this side hustle thing forever. I found out that I just want to be me. I want to review items and not have to worry about recruiting others or babysitting others, except my grandkids you can't that's a pleasure in itself. Does that make sense? Of course. I have fried my dang brain doing so many different things. I wanted to make videos and help people feel good and know that they don't have to be someone else. Exactly. This is awesome.
Sorry.
And you found your passion. You found your passion, and I'm so happy to hear that. And thank the community, thank Dom, thank everyone to be able to come together and help each other find our passion. Because if it wasn't for the community, I wouldn't be doing these live streams earlier. And if it wasn't for our community growing together, this program would have had not got to so many people's attention. So I think we're all helping each other, and I'm so thankful for our community and how Dom's community has kind of merged to our community now, and we're all just on the same boat as to help each other grow. Ultimately, we're all in the same mindset. I love it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me on, David. This was fun. I know I said an hour, but then we're going on 2. So again, I never go shorter than I say.
This is amazing. The funny thing is, Dom, guess how many live streams I have to do before midnight tonight?
How many? You're streaming. Oh, it's right. It's only like 7 o'clock by you. You
I
have
have
3
3
streams?
more live streams tonight
All Amazon or elsewhere?
on Amazon. It's been a
times
busy
are they?
week. So I have a commitment with agency, and I have to do certain numbers of streams per week. And
Nothing like cram into the last day of the week.
Ideally, not the best, but justified because I'm also making content for them throughout the week. So it works out. But ideally, I should be spraying them out 1 per day.
Dude.
But I just do, just this weekend has been crazy. So I got 3 more to do. But
crazy,
I'm happy.
man.
I'm happy to be here with you guys, and I don't want to end this until Dom wants to end this because I think
I'm
this is
okay
over.
now.
No,
If
no.
People have other stuff, dude. Go do your 3 streams. If the clock's going to
Absolutely
strike
not.
midnight, you're going to turn into a pumpkin. Like, oh, you didn't get your stream number.
As long as I start my last one before midnight, I'm good. So I might be streaming till 2 a.m. my time. And Faustino knows because he usually stays awake until I finish my streams. The dedication to my fans have for me.
Gee. Oh, all right. Yeah. Dude, go stream. Yeah, go stream and then go sleep. I know you don't sleep at all. But that's crazy. All right. But no, that's everything I have for tonight. Everyone, if you have questions, I'll see you. I do after the presentations on the webinars. Again, you want to go sign up. I keep open Q&A as long as possible afterwards because there's usually a handful of questions. And I don't quite stay on for 2 hours because I do get a little exhausted because it's a solo. I get exhausted when I do solo after like an hour. I'm not David, promise. But it's something there. So I'm okay. Dave, you gotta go do stuff. Appreciate everyone coming out.
For sure. I'm all about hosting you, Dom, and I'm also about our community here. If anyone has any final question, please don't let that comment make you feel bad. I want you guys to take advantage of this opportunity. I spent 2 weeks with Dom. Actually, we planned this out for 2 months, and I really wanted.
It took a while
this
for our schedules to align.
So I wanted.
Sorry
this
about that.
No worries. But it happened. That's why we're all here. Let's take advantage of it. Ask questions. And we'll wrap up when you guys are out of questions. I am seriously. I'm not in need of time. Please ask questions. And the link there is to the webinar if you want to hear Dom speak more, especially about his traction story that pays for his wife's car payment. I mean, there we go. Like those are the things that you can accomplish. And I'm telling you guys this, all you in the chat that are not influencer yet. This can be you. Literally, this can be you, and Dom will help you. He will show you how.
Yep. And influencer is just a smaller part of a larger journey. If you want to take it, there's people who become influencer and they go, "Hey, that's fine. I just want to do my shoppable videos and make my, a couple $100 each day. It's fine, or $100 each day, however big you want to build it." And then, but there is, again, you'll notice that as putting that focus on the front end of building that content creation skill, way more doors than Amazon influencer will end up opening if you want to walk through them. And then that's part of where we show you how to take it down that path.
Come on, guys, questions. I'm not tired, but do ask questions. If you don't ask questions, then we do want to wrap it up because
I have a
Dom's time
question.
is important. Yeah.
where did Pixel Stabbers come from?
Okay, so Pizza Stabbers is what me and my business partner do. We're both professional photographers. He's been shooting for well over 10 years. I've been shooting for about 10 years. We're wedding photographers. That's our trade. COVID took me out and we decided to try something else. But we still have all this network with photography. So we decided to business partner up and do something with that. So we're growing community. We're making blogs. We're making content. We're pivoting towards AI and just using our skills and our network to do other businesses. Just like Dom said, the buck doesn't stop at Amazon influencer. It's endless what you can do. I mean, until we're Elon Musk, and Elon Musk can still grow, right? So there's so much you can do, and you know, I don't want to be at on my deathbed and say, oh, I didn't try this and that. I still want work-life balance. I want to spend time with my family, but at the same time, I want to say I push all the avenues. I was able to accomplish as much as I can, and that's what drives me. That might not be for everyone, but yeah. So good question. Pixel Stabber is that side business, and we share a Zoom account. So whenever I do Zoom webinars, we use our shared account.
Got it. That's cool. David sells Teslas on the side too.
I wish. I barely make enough to buy one, but you know, we'll all get to our goal one day, no matter what it is. You gotta make the goal, because I mean, if you don't, then you're not gonna get there for sure. You're not gonna get there by luck. But if you plan for things, you work hard, and you have a goal, then you're gonna naturally get there. Whether you get there completely or aim high and get very close to it, you're gonna make progress. David can sell a gallon of gasoline to Tesla owners. Well, they need to run a generator to charge a car, right?
Yeah. Wait, did you see the video where someone actually, they took a wrecked Tesla, took the electric motor out, put a small gas motor in, and drove it to a shop for an oil change? And the guy's like, no, it doesn't take oil. But like it
I
did.
didn't see that, but that's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah. They gas swapped the Tesla and then took it to a shop.
You know, what's funny is the last piece of advice that I got prior to this call about, like, you know, trying to like grow or get into the program or anything was literally just this sentence: you may have to become an influencer. And that was like, okay, but like, that's not helpful. That's actually overwhelming and kind of daunting sounding. It's like, and you think I wasn't necessarily aware of that? I was like, but how? You know?
Yeah. In other news, water is wet.
You know, it's like I said, I was sort of trying to do this backwards, and now, you know, Amazon Live has been like the new, you know, like, so some of what I wanted to accomplish isn't going to work out the way that I thought it was to kind of get where I wanted to be, and that be enough for me. So now I have to do something else. But it's like, still, it was like, until this call, it was more like I was treading water, like, and I was starting to lose steam. Like, I'm gonna keep plugging away, but I lost my motivation to even try. Like, and this has been more of an energetic room where it's like, no, here's a specific avenue and specific ideas about what you as an individual can do that doesn't sound lofty. You know, like, no, you can do this, but I'm not going to give you advice that's like generic advice. I'm going to give you advice that might work for you. And then all you have to do is take it and run with it. And if that sounds exciting, go. You know, not like the generic advice, well, you may have to become an influencer. I'm like, okay. Or like, you know, the whole, like, you know, all that talk about, you know, oh, well, just post every day or whatever. I'm like, I don't want to post. I look like crap half the time. Sometimes I just don't want to post me cooking an egg. I don't know. Like, I don't even want to put that content out there. Who wants to watch me cook an egg? Some people probably want to watch me cook an egg, but that's not the type of content I want to put out there. You know, like, for the sake of putting out content, like, some people are just like, you know, just put it out there. And like, I get that. Like, you know, start now, do something. But how about you give me more specific advice on how to do something that means something to me? You know, like, I don't want to just put shoppable videos out there. Like, I like doing some of it, but like, one of my things I like to do is buy purple products. So if I put a shoppable video out there, most of the time it's something purple. And that's something I enjoy doing once in a while. But
That just gave me an awesome idea for your social account. Things you bet, or something you could name a series like Bet you didn't know this came in purple, part 1.
Because my
Oh, I
actual
love that.
my channel is called Does It Come in Purple?
Oh, perfect.
But I
It's
like the series that Dom just
That's
said.
yeah.
Like things you didn't know comes in purple, because that raises curiosity, right? And people are saying, "Oh, I want to watch this just the title because it's interesting."
Yeah. Is that
Well,
type
I
of
know.
content you're posting on that channel? Does it come in purple? Is that what?
Like I said, it varies. I have three things. I have YouTube, I have TikTok, I have Instagram. The Instagram is usually pictures of like purple outfits, things like that. The YouTube is kind of sort of more musical stuff with a couple of shoppable videos. And then the TikTok has kind of been the experiment where I've got music out there. I've got, like I said, that like random like product review of Hot Pockets. It's kind of my like catch all. So I think the TikTok is going to be the most fun for me because it allows me to sort of take all the things that I like and maybe just be like, hey, anybody who's watching this channel, I'm a geeky parent and I like doing this, this, and this. So this is what you're going to see. And then make that be like one of my videos. And then if people catch that, then maybe they'll keep coming back for, oh, she's going to sing today, or, oh, she's got a purple towel warmer with googly eyes on it, because I do, and it's on my Instagram.
Yeah.
But things like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That video of like who I am and this is what you're going to see, pin that video on TikTok. That's a pinned video, is who you are and what you're going to see on the channel. Because if you get one that pops off, you're going to get people flooding over to the profile to check out and see who you are. And then they'll see a pinned video and it's like, welcome. They'll click, that video is going to start getting views. And they're like, oh, I'm into all those same things too. Here, follow. So those
Such
three,
good information.
a lot of people just pin their 3 most viral videos. That's something those videos that should be pinned there are videos that you want everybody to see. Now everyone's down the purple rabbit hole in the comments. I see.
Well, okay. So so what you didn't know, Dom, is that forever since I made the change to Rising Siren, my name on Amazon Live is Rising Siren, Queen of the Purple Army. And even the influencers come in and they call me different things. They'll call me Queen, they'll call me Purple, they'll call me like whatever. But every influencer, that I was in the chat for, they started to know me as the purple girl. So every single time I came into like their stream and they had something purple, they'd make a big stink about it. So I actually also did it reverse. Like I made fans out of the influencers on Amazon Live. Lamont knows this, like David knows this. Any other influencer that Phil knows this because he was in all the chats, like everybody knows me in the chat as the purple girl.
You gotta lean into that. Pick one platform, lean into it. And if you've got the live stream experience, I'm going to say this is not for everybody, but if you're comfortable going live, TikTok, after 1 hour, if you can stay live for an hour, all of your videos will just go everywhere and you'll really start to get pushed.
I thought you had to get like 1,000 followers to go live on TikTok.
You do. But once you get that 1,000 followers and you go live, that's where you start seeing people go parabolic in terms of followers. So if you have the live gift and you can stay live for an hour, I've seen people will be like, make a video like, hey, look, if you've done whatever, I'm talking about whatever X live, and just post that as a regular video. And then they go live. And then once you hit the 1 hour, generally you're like the 2 or 3 videos leading up to the live will start getting really, really pushed. So people will see, hey, I'm going to be live, point to your profile on TikTok. Like it flashes live when somebody's live. It brings a lot of people in, and then engagement, it pushes out further.
Can you do that by co-streaming? Like if somebody else is streaming and they invite you on, or do you have to be able to stream in order to co-stream with somebody on TikTok?
So it depends. So there's 2 types of co-streams on TikTok Live. So there's the one where it's a solo stream with a guest, and you've probably seen those where it's big screen, little screen, almost like a FaceTime, where they have like the couple boxes down the side, because I think you get up to like 6 now. And then you've also got the true co-streams where it's 2 equal size boxes. To do that, they have to go live, you have to go live, and then you have to invite each other while you're live. And for that, you both have to have 1,000. But if you know a larger influencer who's also going live in a niche adjacent to you, he goes live and invites you into the
pointing at the influencer I know.
Yeah. So
right
if you
there
guys,
next to me on my book.
yes. So if you're in adjacent niches and your audiences may cross over, you can be in the little box and have the bigger influencer go, hey, go follow her, get her to 1,000 so we can have 2 equal sized boxes. I don't recommend follow trains because they don't always work out. But if your audiences would have a natural overlap, it works.
Have you seen those? For a little while, I got bored and I was going on those TikTok things where they're like, come on, follow this person, and they put you up on the screen. I actually got like 50 followers out of that, just like popping in for like, I mean, yeah, you got to send them a couple of gifts to make like to the top 10, but some of them made that so easy that if you were up there for like a good, like 10 seconds or something like that, you get like 10, and like you wouldn't, of course you'd lose a couple followers after the fact, but I would only lose like 1 or 2, and I got like 50 to 60 followers out of just doing that.
Yes, but those types of streams are not targeted. So here's why I would advise against doing stuff like that to get the followers, because those followers are just following because they were told to, not necessarily because they like your content. So what'll happen is when you post something, and this is not just TikTok. I use TikTok a lot because that's where my biggest following is, but it's on most social media platforms. You post a video, it'll go to a small batch of your followers first. If they're random people who just followed you just because, and it's not content that they like to see, they're not going to like it, they're not going to engage with it. That tells the social media platform that's not a good piece of content, even though it might be. It just landed on the wrong audience because the wrong people followed you. So if that happens, that's going to be like, oh, why can't I grow? Why can't I grow? Why can't I grow? But if you've got 200 of your 500 followers came from those random follows because someone told them to, it's going to be really, really hard versus if all of your followers came organically from stuff you posted on your own, then it's like your true tribe had found you. Like I did. Which is what
I prefer. I just was like, what is this? Let me see, I was just curious for a while and I got bored with it.
100%. Not singling you out. I mean, anyone else who might ever watch this on replay anywhere, if you're I advise against follow trains because of that, doing that. But yeah, I tried it from the beginning. I did follow trains when I first started because I'm like, oh, that's what you do. Like we all help each other out. But then all of a sudden my FYP was like random people. I'm like, who the F is this person? Why are they posting a blurry picture of their lazy boy chair? Like, I don't want this. And like, oh wait, that was a random follow. It was an unfollow. So that happens. I feel like we're doing an Italian goodbye. Saying goodbye for 25 minutes. But I'm here. I'm gonna end up the next UTECHPIA then. I'll be screaming for hours now.
Right,
Filipinos do that too.
I'll come back in an hour. But this is awesome, man. This is awesome. And any final questions? I think we're about ready to wrap up. Just last call. If no more questions, I think we're good. Dom, any last words?
No, I just had a great time hanging out. Everyone, thanks for sticking around for so long. Tells me that I did a good job if people weren't clicking out. And yeah, I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see more of you guys in David's group, if not in my own.
Thank you for showing up, Dom. And I'm sure our groups will merge, and we look forward to going to your webinar, Dom. And that's utechpia.com/AI. And his mastermind is amazing. I am a paid member. I love it. I find so much value. And I recommend anyone that's interested in growing their social media to check him out because he knows his stuff. Obviously, I don't need to say that because you guys listened to him for the last 2 hours. And if that's not good stuff, then I don't know what is. So guys, thank you so much for your time. Dom, thank you for your time. Have a good night, everyone. Take care. We'll see you guys online. Bye.